Klay Thompson, do Warriors, might decreto usado sobre chances de playoff. Warriors Klay Thompson issues bold decree on playoff chances, and to not miss any news like this, subscribe and leave your like. After defeating the San Antonio Spurs in front of a record crowd at the Alamo Dome in their previous game, the Golden State Warriors were full of good mojo going into the fight against DeMar DeRozan and the Bulls in Windy City on Sunday night. Outside of Klay Thompson dropping 8 3-point bombs and another solid performance from two-way player Anthony Lamb, however, the Warriors largely looked like the inconsistent group that recently lost 3 consecutive games in embarrassing fashion. With a 132-118 loss leaving the Warriors at 21-22 and a paltry 4-17 away at Chase Center, one can't help but wonder if the club has what it takes to make the postseason at this point. When reporters asked Thompson about it after the game, however, he scoffed at the idea that the Dubs wouldn't be there. None. Zero, Thompson said of his concerns about the playoff race. Just get us there healthy and whole. Hopefully with a decent seed. If the Warriors continue to play like they did against the Bulls, those concerns may start to surface. Teams can have pitching nights or games where the split on 50-50 balls is skewed, of course, but the mental errors that occurred repeatedly against the Bulls were baffling. I would say the 23 turnovers definitely hurt, but the defense wasn't good, Thompson said of Golden State's problem areas. We'll clean it up for tomorrow night against the Washington Wizards. Surprisingly, Stephen Curry was the biggest culprit in the TO department, racking up 8 giveaways, the best of the game. They came in a variety of ways as well, with several lazy and/or forced passes, several shift violations, and even a missed dribble. Some of that, maybe a lot of it, can be attributed to the rust building up after missing 11 games due to a shoulder injury. But clearly, a higher level of focus will be needed if the team hopes to change its fortunes on the road, and in general. Nikola Vucevic could not be stopped. Defensively, the fact that Nikola Vucevic was allowed to run wild with 43 points, on 18 of 31 shots, was surprising on 2 fronts. First, there is that matter of focus, the attention to detail and communication that the dynastic Warriors are known for, which has faltered at times this season. I thought our coverage has just failed several times, said head coach Steve Kerr about Vucevic's defense. Secondly, there is a lineup component to consider. Sure, the Warriors are dealing with some injuries, but the complete lack of a great defensive pivot and the overall lack of depth in the frontcourt are things that could continue to hinder the team unless top decision-maker Bob Myers addresses them on the trade market. Whether it's Jacob Poeltl, Miles Turner, or anyone else, the Dubs really need a sizable stopper with passing blows and preferably some outside touch on the other side of the court. If the organization is committed to keeping and developing its youngsters, James Wiseman, Jonathan Kuminga, Moses Moody, et al., however, acquiring such a player may not be in the cards.